put in work. I put in work, yeah, I put in that work. I put in work. Where was y'all at when I was putting in that work? When I was doing that dirt? When I was calling me first sight? Where was y'all at when I was put through the worst? Felt I was in a hearse, but deep down I knew my worth. Yeah, every day I did work just to get it. Every day I did work just to have it. Every day I do work, man, I came from the bottom to the top, I made it work. Every day I do work just to get it. Every day I did work just to have it. Every day I do work, man, I came from the bottom to the top, I made it work. Okay. Attention up in this thing. I'm a lieutenant up in this thing. Independent people making their money to get rich. Work affiliated up in this bitch. And you know we all stuck, we all lit. Well, if I ain't got no worries, say you ain't gotta worry about. Gotta worry about shit. I know some people didn't want me to make it. When they got a monster, didn't ask for no favors. Mama was the only one who told me she believed me them mistakes in the grass like. I know some people didn't want me to make it. When they got a monster, didn't ask for no favors. Mama was the only one who told me she believed me. I got my homies beside me, you know that we be leading like.
Bosses all in my circle. I got bosses all in my circle. Number of bosses all in my circle. This my section, you cannot enter. Bosses all in my circle. I got bosses all in my circle. Number of bosses all in my circle. This my section, you cannot enter.
I put in work. I put in work, yeah, I put in that work. I put in work. I put in work, yeah, I put in that work. I remember when I was younger, I didn't have shit, now I run up numbers. Check my status, you know I'm not bluffing. You can see me coming on the fucking come on. I put in work, yeah, I put in that work. I put in work. I put in work, yeah, I put in that work. Set the shit on fire. Set the shit on fire. We don't need no water. We don't need no water. Let the fucker burn. Let the fucker burn. Why we doing work? Why we doing work? I'm the type to handle business in minutes, so fuck what you talk about. Can I get a witness? For being this real, I've been doubted, and still they ain't put me out now. Cause normally I'm with the clear. They always say I'm
right, here we go.
Normally I be recording, but tonight I.
It is the moment Call of Duty fans have been waiting for since 10 in the morning today. It is time to break down the blog. I'm going to show you the roadmap for Season 2 that broke this morning at 10 in the morning from Charlie Intel and the Call of Duty blog site. And then we're going to break down everything. We're going to try to go as detailed as possible as we get ready for next Wednesday here on the channel as we prepare for Ashika Island. So this is a very big blog here, and I'm not going to read verbatim. I'm not going to read every single word. I'm going to break it down in a way that makes it clear. So here is the roadmap as presented by the Call of Duty website, Charlie Intel, and several other sources, including Activision. So we're going to break down first on the left side, and we're going to go right. So on the left, we have the Warzone and the DMZ. Most of the time this week, playing the DMZ, including tonight. Tonight's stream is still on. So we are still doing DMZ 1. So let's take a look at the roadmap as presented here. So for Warzone, we have the brand new map, Ashika Island. We also have the Ronin. What's going on, Bryce? We always have the Path of the Ronin, a brand new operator. We also have some new areas of interest, including Yuki Castle. We have the Oniraki Farms, the Port Ashika, and the Resurgence. Obviously, Resurgence is a big draw because that's going to be the new Rebirth. Now, if I say Rebirth, I also mean Resurgence because we interchange those words interchangeably. Also new to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Hey, not bad. Apex Legends is fun. Also brand new to the thing here. I'm gonna actually also do the roadmap here because I have a bigger version on my computer screen here. We have coming new the 1v1 Gulag. We have a new thing called the Public Event Data Heist, which is coming in season. Hey, what's going on?
Yes.
My aunt is here. We also have the redeployed drone, which is coming in season. We have a search and seizure contract thing in season. we have a Restore Honor Mechanic and a Personal Watercraft, or a PWC. For those who like DMZ, hello, I like DMZ. We have a brand new exclusion zone, which is called Ashika Island. Some new missions, a new boss called the Bomb Maker. We also have the new weapons case, it's blue, and a brand new faction called the Crown. Now you may have noticed there's an asterisk on it. That's because you need to buy the multiplayer edition Modern Warfare 2 to get it. Now, so that's the left side. The right side features the Modern Warfare 2, which is a multiplayer. You need this to get to the Crown faction. So what is coming to Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer? Ranked play, a raid in mid-season. We also have some new maps. I'll explain why I did this in a moment. We have Dome, which is a 6v6. We have a Museum, 6v6. The airport, I'm not going to pronounce the name because I'm going to say it wrong. But it's a battle map, and we have a brand new battle map called Zaya Observatory. Some new modes are coming to play in the new season, including Infected, Gun Game, Grind, which I never heard of by the way. We also have some new in-season game mode, Drop Zone, All or Nothing, and One in the Chamber. One in the Chamber I've heard of before now. That's you have one bullet in the chamber literally. You kill, you get another bullet. You win, you get another bullet, and so on. That's how one in the chamber works. Then we have weapons, operators, and more. On the bottom right corner, we have the new weapons, including the assault rifle, one ISO Hemlock. We have the KV border side shotgun. We have the crossbow. We have the dual coalitions, and then we have the Tempest Torrent, which is a marksman rifle. We have some new bundles, including the Tracer Pack Ballistic Love and the Tracer's Pack Shinobi. If you like your operators and stuff like that, that is for you. Now let's break down the blog, because there's some new stuff that we need to go over. That was the image portion of our discussion today. Now let's go into the real material, which is the blog. There's going to be a lot of reading, so watch out for that. So we're going to take a look at the bloggy, which is going to be here once I open it. There we go. So here is the blog in question, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to try my best to read comments at the same time. So we have Forge Your Path in Season 2 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare DOS and Call of Duty Warzone 2.0 launching February 15 next Wednesday. So let's take a look at what we have. There's a lot to break down, so I'm not going to break down everything because some of these are obvious, but I will break down some stuff. So Warzone 2.0 has Resurgence mode, returns with no Warzone map in Ashika Island. We had the new public contract event, hijack a stolen video from vehicle from Shadow Company forces, hack into uplink stations, and attempt to discover all the secrets this island may hold. Then we have DMZ expands to Ashika Island as demonstrated with my prediction video. The power struggle continues across a new exclusion zone with plenty of new threats to face a clean slate for all operators who have the opportunity to earn new permanent reward and contraband. Ooh, now that's looking good, huh? Here we go. Here is Ashika Island. Take a look at that. Here is how it looks like. It was developed by High Noon Studios. Ashika Island is a centuries-old village, currently under siege by Shadow Company forces. After dropping into the mist, operators can navigate an ancient shipwreck and ruins, modern apartments, and town center. a sprawling beach club, a bustling port, an organic farm, or the fortified castle that looms over the entire island. They may even discover plenty of rooftop pathways or the underground waterway networks that can be used for stealthier maneuvers. Ooh, let's go. So here is the resurgence mode. So, like I said earlier, a brief summary of resurgence. Basically, if you, in the regular Warzone, if you die in Warzone, you go to the Gulag. If you lose in Gulag, you're out. But in resurgence, you can deploy until there's timer. The timer. Usually by the fourth circle, they cut off resurgence because it's the end game. So that's how it works here. Okay. Final few circles where all the redeploys save for those who bought a buy station are disabled after that fort. Okay, so that's a little bit a brief summary of Resurgence. Alright, so in case you have never played that before. Okay, we have the new in-season contract, Search and Seizure. So we have this thing here. You have to do a certain stolen vehicle, SUAV or a patrol boat, and you have to try to take out horses. Okay, so that's how that goes. We have a new event called Data Heist in season in Resurgence. So you have to do some intel on that. And it's second circle. You have to do an uplink station come online around the map, allowing players to download critical intel and for rewards as well. So that's gonna be interesting. I wonder how that's gonna be playing out. I have a feeling that's gonna be a hot zone once Resurgence comes around. New features coming up in the Warzone Resurgence include Warzone updated Gulag to have 1v1 duels, changes to armor plate vest, and backpacks in Battle Royale. Customizable perk packages and loadouts and more, I hope so. Here's more. Here's a redeployed drone presented here. It's like redeploy the balloon. If you buy redeploy balloon, basically it's redeploy balloon, but it's now a drone. Okay, so that's how it works like that. The only thing is because it's a high tech nature, you can easy targets for lock on missiles. So like a SAM site, for example. We have a new combatant rusher in reseason. So AI is also included in the season for Warzone, Rebirth, and DMZ. So make sure you guys understand that there is going to be AI. Discover the secrets of Ashika Island. Like previous smaller sized Warzone maps, Ashika Island has its own secrets for operators to uncover. Use all of your resources and senses for resurgence patches, and you might just stumble upon the legendary supply boxes or other items that can help you with victory. So here we go. So watch out because here comes some orange one. DMZ expansion to Ashika Island New Crown faction. Now here's where it gets a little bit interesting, a little spicy. If you have the game, not the Warzone, but if you buy the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, you're going to be able to access the new faction crown. So here's how it works. From the first missions of Al Mazrah to uncovering Building 21, new DMC experience has significantly evolved thanks to a growing community committed to building up contraband stash and last bit of intel. In Season 2, operators will begin their new exclusion zone to infiltrate Ashika Island. Okay, there is going to be a reset, however. So, so let's recap the reset portion. If you have those insured weapon slots, they are okay, they are safe. No, but there will be no more contraband from season one. There will be no more keys from season one, and your missions reset back to their starting point tier one at season two. So keep that in mind. So insured weapon slots is okay. You're fine. Okay. But if you earn content in season one, they are also fine. For example, when you pick up the weapons case and extract with it, you have 1 of 7 chance to earn something. You earn something 1 out of 7. If you can get the weapons case all 7 times, you get something cool. But you get to keep that. Hey, Goku, how are you, bud? Now, following the reset, the faction crown is available to Modern Warfare 2 owners who add additional intrigue across alongside a refresh of familiar missions and rewards. New permanent unlocks is skins, blueprints, and contraband as well. And here's the cool part. If the missions are gonna be cross location. So building 21, Ashika Island, and or Almazra. So Almazra might have part one, Ashika might have part two, and building 21 might have part three. Okay, so those are cross mission areas here, okay? Next, we have the new boss, the bomb maker, and a new weapons case on Ashika Island. Like I mentioned earlier in this week, here's the bomb maker, and I had a feeling it was gonna be hard. Very cool. It's a good game. Oh yeah, I cannot wait. Tonight, more DMZ. The one who rules over Ashika Island is known as the bomb maker. The bomb maker's location is currently unknown, but operators will be able to find him somewhere on Ashika Island. He holds a new weapons case for Season 2, which contains all new permanent rewards for operators outside the DMZ. Note, Al-Mazrah and Building 21's location will remain the same for Season 2, so be sure to grab those two if you have not extracted with 14 of the rewards. So if you never extracted with the weapons case, you still can do that. Okay? I'm not going to go into the POIs. Modern Warfare 2, this is the multiplayer side. But the question is it disappointing? Or is it okay? Rank play, I'm not going to talk about, but that's basically okay. Basically, rank play is get ranked. That's how that goes. So you play multiplayer, but instead of playing it for fun, you're playing it for a rank. So if you never played rank before, I'm gonna warn you, it's hard. It's gonna be very hard. Next, 2 core maps and 2 battle maps. Battlegrounds in Malmazra and Spain be ready for multiplayer infiltrations at Season 2 launch. Brand new game modes. Infected gun game and grind to be available at launch. Drop zone, one in the chamber, all or nothing. Start something in the season. Also the return of hardcore. And that is Emily. What's up, Emily? Also the return of hardcore. Okay. Let me explain something to you guys about hardcore now. Hardcore, if you've seen something called Tier 1, that was their diet hardcore. This is the real hardcore Season 2. I'm not going to talk about ranked play too much, just because I don't play ranked. Dome, here's a core map of Dome. This is from Al Mazrah, and it's a Call of Duty classic map. It's close to a Call of Duty classic map. Here's Zaya Observatory, which is going to be a battle map. This is for a ground war. So Zaya Observatory and ground war invasion. It's been a while since I played those. I'm not going to talk about that much. Here's the airport. This is a battle map. This is the airport from Ashika, not Ashika, but Amazura. We have done this portion here a few times in DMZ. The museum core map. Oh yes, this map. The other core map launching at the start of season 2 is the museum, returning since the first appearance in the beta. Oh yay! I'll explain why I'm sarcastic about it. Infected gun game headline, returning game modes. So Infected is at launch, so next Wednesday. The Infected is basically zombies, zombies in a way. Gun game is at launch as well. So basically, gun game is going to be go from pistol, you kill with pistol, go up to the next weapon. The final weapon is called the throwing knife. You kill with throwing knife first, you win. Here's the new game mode, the grind, which I never heard of before. But it is here. Grind is a third mode whose roots trace back to Modern Warfare 2. Grind is kill confirmed with an added twist. Enemy dog tags are are stackable and must be banked on one of two locations. Yeah, so basically they kill confirmed, but there's a bank. And when you get to that bank and you bank it, you're safe. And you get those points and you can stack them up. Hardcore, I'm not gonna talk about too much. Basically it's the same game as TDM, but you take away the HUD until you have a UAV. That's all hardcore is. If you guys like care package, all that good stuff, there's gonna be a there's gonna be a care package every 15 seconds. All or nothing. Throwing knives and pistol. Throwing knives only. 20 eliminations to win special free for all party game. Okay? That's all or nothing. One in the chamber. So basically, free for all, but you only get a handgun, one bullet. Basically, every elimination awards an additional bullet, and operators only have 3 respawns. Ensure your aim is true and practice a good trigger discipline. The operator with the most elimination wins. Raid Episode 2 coming mid-season. We have a new raid. So the raid is a cooperative 2-player to 3-player game where you can go together as a team, as a squad. So you get to play with that if you are interested. I'm actually gonna play one either this weekend or next week because I want to unlock a certain operator. So we're gonna play a raid, a few people. Okay, your general overview. Path of the Ronin season challenges. Complete challenges in Modern Warfare 2.0 or Warzone 2 to earn rewards including the new functional weapon. Ronin returns in an arsenal. You have Ronin is a new operator. New personal watercraft. New watercraft, basically. There's new weapons in the battle pass. Those look pretty neat, by the way. New personal watercraft, that looks pretty neat here. I actually like that. That looks pretty neat. That looks like a pretty neat watercraft. Ronin returns at launch and proceeds rank up all the way to 500. I don't do that. Out of combat. Pat's notes is there. New swag for season 2 if you want to buy swaggy. Upgrade to Modern Warfare 2 to get rewarded. And Call of Duty shop. Not really. And that's it. That's the blog. Now, I want to explain a few things about multiplayer now because a lot of my predictions were wrong. So, if you guys remember, we did a prediction video a few days ago. I'm going to bring that up again. So here was my predictions for the roadmap today. So Valentine's Day event, didn't happen. Rotations of playlist, shoot to ship, shipment, shoot house. Yes, they're actually going to separate those two, shipment 24/7 and shoot house. Third person mosh pit, that's gonna stay there, so that is correct. The return of museum map, that was from the beta, that is correct. Pretty much forgotten. Um, I would say, eh, kind of mixed bag on that one. Unfortunately, I'll explain why. New map for DMZ and Warzone. Everything on here is mostly okay, but they never talked about plunder, which I said that was gonna be a rumor, and I was correct. That was still a rumor anyway, so no plunder yet. Added stats for weapons. I didn't see that happen, but I'm gonna put it yellow for now. More accessibility for Building 21. That's confirmed. You can buy a Building 21 card at the buy stations now, assuming that there's more left. There's gonna be a new faction, but you need to pay $70, and that is with the main game, the multiplayer, and there's gonna be a mission refresh. Now, here's the deal though. I do want to touch on the multiplayer side. So we're gonna go back to the map, not to the map, but to the road map, if you will. Keep in mind that tonight's content, tonight's streams are DMZ for season 1 because it's not yet. So I want to talk about the multiplayer side first, and my final thoughts about what's going to happen in season 2, and full review of like the blog, because I'm gonna have a review video for season 2 sometime in 2 weeks after the season starts. Okay, let's go over the multiplayer side. New modes, new maps. But I'm gonna say new maps in quotation marks. Okay, here's why. First of all, if you've been if you've been following the game Call of Duty Modern Warfare Roman numeral 2 for the past few months, you may have noticed that one of the maps is like returning. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and pull up the map, my roadmap, the bigger version, so that I can see it better. You see the same thing. The dome is not bad. It is a 6v6, and it's coming from an old Modern Warfare game. So that's fine. I'm not worried about that one. However, it's Museum. Museum, a lot of people, a lot of players said that should have been from the beginning. And the reason why is because that map was originally in the beta of the game. So back in October of 2022, I I covered the beta for this game. And at the time I said it's a 7 out of 10 out of 10. And one of the maps I showed off, or what I presented during that beta, was the museum. It's not a terrible map at any means, but basically they removed it and then they brought it back as so-called new content in quotation marks, even though it's technically not new. Okay? The airport, that's fine. I'm not complaining about that. Zaya, that's fine. I'm not complaining about that either. But now we have new game modes, or should I say, some of them are from old games. So, like for example, Infected was in Modern Warfare 2, 3. Gun Game was in a few of them. Grind is really new. That's a brand new one. That's basically kill confirmed but with a bank. We have Drop Zone for sure is new. All or Nothing is new. One in the Chamber is a returning game mode from past Call of Duty games. I forgot which one, but I remember playing it. Okay, so what do I think about the Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer? Okay. considering that they're trying to bring back museum because apparently, from what I heard, they they removed it because of copyright. They were not allowed to use it. Then now they're bringing it back. I have a feeling not too many people are happy about museum coming back as a map. They're already not too happy with shipment because of all the spawn kills that happened. And shoot the house is a small map. That's why a lot of people are not happy. But in my personal opinion, Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer is not as forgotten as it looks. Unfortunately, based on recent trends, um, especially nowadays, a lot of people are playing the DMZ, the Warzone, and pretty soon Surgeons. I'm gonna give the multiplayer a 5 out of 10. The only reason why I'm giving it a 5, not a 4, it's only because they're adding the maps for the Zaya and the airport. That's it. And a lot of people were rumored has it that there's the rumor that we're going to get Terminal. And Terminal was a map that was featured back in Modern Warfare 2, I believe. And that was my favorite map too. One of my favorites. And interestingly enough, in VR chat, there is actually somebody who remade the Terminal map from Modern Warfare. And not only Terminal, Rust, and Shipment. I might show you guys that on one day in VR chat. Now, what about the other modes? Okay, Infected is in the returning, Gun Game is returning, Grind is new, Drop Zone is new, Aura Nothing is new, One in the Chamber is not new. Game mode wise, not a bad map, not a bad one. I just wish they started with hardcore from the start. How about that new raid? Assuming that you can find a party for a raid, then I'm not sure. I'll be nice. Multiplayer gets a 6 out of 10. Let's talk about the DMZ. DMZ, not too bad. Obviously, a lot of people are going to get ready for DMZ and Warzone and Resurgence. Here's everything about DMZ is good, except for one thing: the Crown faction. Now, the Crown faction by itself is not bad. I'm not hating on the actual concept of the new faction. What I am concerned, however, is how you get it. I want to remind you guys that in order to get Crown faction as part of your DMZ experience, you actually need to buy the game. That means you need to buy the game as in the multiplayer stuff included with your Crown faction. So if you're only here to get the Warzone, DMZ, or Resurgence, you're not going to be able to get the Crown faction. You have to buy the multiplayer $70 thing in order to get to this Crown faction. Here's my concern. What happens if the missions for Crown faction require, let's say, the multiplayer or something, how have you? Then there's a problem. So that's a lot of people talking about, is it a is it a good thing or a bad thing? Okay, it's a good thing if the rewards you're going to get are only new missions and maybe some other stuff. It's a bad thing if the rewards also be able in multiplayer. Okay, for example, what if one of the weapon cases you extract with is a brand new weapon you can use outside of DMZ? And the only way you can play with that weapon outside of DMZ and Warzone is multiplayer. And you don't have the multiplayer component. So you have to spend that $70 to buy that. Okay? That's why a lot of people were pissed off because you need to basically give them money to get new faction. And I want to remind you guys again, DMZ, Warzone, and Resurgence are technically free to play. So does this remove the free to play aspect from DMZ? For the majority, no. But with this new Crown faction, yes. So we'll talk about this more in the next couple of days, especially as we get more news and information. And you can expect me to break it down on the RetroYuuki Gaming channel and on this regular channel too. However, with that aside, DMZ gets a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. I would give it 9 out of 10 if it wasn't for the fact that you need to buy the multiplayer to get to the new faction DMZ. New Crown. Okay, that's what I'm worried about. What happens if it's like crossplay and all that good stuff? What about Warzone 2.0? Okay, let's talk about some of the features. 1v1 Gulag should have been from the very start, by the way. What do I mean by that? So in Warzone 2.0 with Ashika, with Almazra, it's a 2v2 Gulag, and there's something called a Jailer. So basically, the Jailer is a wild card. Now, here's how it works. If the 4 players in the Gulag do not want to go 2-on-2, instead they all want to play it again, they want to have another shot at the war zone, you have to kill the Jailer. If you kill the Jailer, not only are you safe, every other player in the Gulag comes back to play. It's like everybody got a free resurgence. Okay? Now, why is this a bad thing for the game? It looks kind of fun, but remember, you are depending on 3 players. You're depending on your partner, depending on the 2 opponents. So if you can come together to defeat Mr. Jailer, then all of you can go back to the war zone and play again. Okay, just remember though, that's your last shot because technically speaking, you have been in the gulag, and if you die again in the war zone, you're out unless there's a jailbreak. So, in my opinion, the gulag should have stayed 1-on-1. I will tell you now, I have played in the gulag before 1-on-1 in the original war zone. This new event, I like the idea of new event, so I'm good with that. Redeploy drone is like redeploy balloon, so we're good with that. Search and Caesar contract. Actually, I see people playing this. We're good. Restore honor mechanic. Now this is pretty neat. I gotta see this in action. I have a feeling next Wednesday, Tim the Tatman will play, and I'm going to be able to watch that because I subscribe to Mr. Tim the Tatman, and he's a pretty good player. He's funny too, especially when his penguin Kevin is on the board. The personal watercraft is whatever. If you like watercrafts, that's for you. Okay, what about the points of interest? Not too bad. I actually like the graphics from what they see. And of course, Resurgence is the new mode. Obviously, everybody's going to play Resurgence or Warzone. And then the map itself, not too bad either. Okay, so let me give you my overall score when it comes to Season 2 as of today, February 8, 2023. I want to remind you guys this is a pre-Season 2 score that I'm about to give you guys on what I think about Season 2 without playing it first. With all that said about multiplayer, the bottom right I'm not going to touch because it's basically new characters and new weapons. So right away, multiplayer I said 6 out of 10. DMC I said 8 out of 10. Warzone 2.0 is a 7 out of 10. And the only reason I said 7, Gulag. That should have been stayed 1-on-1. So, my final score, at least for the moment, for my final pre-season 2 score for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is a 6.5 out of 10. Why is it not higher than 6? Why is it not higher than 6? I mean, than 7. It's because I have a feeling about the multiplayer. The multiplayer aspect. There's maps, alright, but remember, one of them is coming back from the beta. The other two are basically inside of a Mazara, and the other one is a remake of Modern Warfare 3. While that's good stuff and all, you have to remember we're looking for new maps. The people want new maps or they want old maps that have been recycled. A lot of people wanted castle map like the one from Ashika, and we didn't get that. Other people wanted a Valentine's Day event. We're not getting that. A lot of people also wanted maps from the past. The only maps from the past is Dome, and that's Modern Warfare 3 we're talking about here. And as far as like other games, this is returning. Infected is from Modern Warfare 3. Gun games should have been from the beginning. Grind is new. Drop Zone is new. All or Nothing is new. One in the Chamber is not new. So basically, they take out things and then put them back in Season 2 as so-called new content. Basically, they're not new. However, the good side is Warzone and DMZ, obviously. Look at what they're adding for DMZ and Warzone. A lot of newness. So that's why I said 6.5. I would be nice to 7. The only thing that I docked DMZ for is the way you have to get the Crown faction. Because you need to buy the multiplayer game in order to get the new faction. And that's concerning because what if nobody wants to play multiplayer? They want to just go ahead and get to the Warzone, DMZ, and Rebirth. They're already missing out on one thing from DMZ, and that is the new Crown faction. And that's concerning because if you're not going to play multiplayer, you're not going to get Crown faction. That's basically the trade-off. So you're saying now, the question is, are you willing to miss out on a new faction in DMZ to just jump into Warzone, DMZ, and Resurgence? Are you willing to make that? Are you willing to make that trade-off, or are you willing to spend the $70 to get everything, including the new Crown faction? Which is why there's a lot of people concerned. As far as what we're going to be doing tonight, we're going to be doing DMZ Season 1. Remember, we're not in Season 2 yet. I want to break this down as best as I can because I know for sure there's going to be a lot of people who want questions. Here's some frequently asked questions that a lot of people want answered. Will there be new game modes? Yes, there are new game modes. Will there be new maps? In my opinion, no. Because they're all remakes, or one of them is a returnee. I say no to that. Will there be hardcore? Yes. They replaced Tier 1. Would there be a new operator? Yes. Ronin. Would there be a new weapons case? Yes. In DMZ. Would there be a new faction? Yes. But you have to buy the original Modern Warfare 2. The multiplayer side. Will Ashika Island be small? Yes, small one. So now I ask you guys in the comments or in the live chat, what are you looking forward to? I'm looking forward to the DMZ and Resurgence. I will still play Warzone, but I'm more focused on DMZ and Resurgence. Remember, Resurgence is Warzone, but with revival. Okay, and no Gulag. Okay, so that's how it works. And I will have no idea about this raid that's coming. And remember, when it says in season, that really means in the middle. So it's called Reloaded. And apparently, from from some sources, we could get Reloaded in March, like the Reloaded feature. So see, it's called Season 2 Reloaded. It might be in March, according to some sources. Okay, so keep that in mind when when getting ready for Season 2. All right. Now, I do note, however, there are some videos I shared with you guys this morning on the community tab that I would like you guys to look at. Um, we have a new, there's something else. Uh, a big DMZ leak just happened and nobody saw it. That is by Player 2. It's in my community tab if you guys want to check that out. But I'm going to check it out myself to see what that is. And it's a day and night cycle. Hold on, wait. DMZ has a lot of potential, most definitely. But yeah, that's how it looks like so far. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And as always, we'll see you guys at 5:30 for our official DMZ discussion. I mean, excuse me, game night. We're going to play DMZ tonight. If you guys want to join in, my thingy Activision should be in the description. That's again if you guys want to join some DMZ tonight. Tonight's challenge is to start with nothing challenge. So basically, after the exfil, I basically unequip everything and start as if nothing. I didn't get anything. Anything. I start with nothing. It's the start with nothing challenge. So all my loot and all my weapons have to be inside of the DMZ. That's how we're gonna play tonight. Tomorrow we're going to play it big spender challenge. Meaning I can do whatever I want as long as I spend money in the DMZ, of course. I usually don't. I'll buy you some armor plates. But I'm talking about weapons here. We're talking weapons, gear, everything. That's for tomorrow. And then on Friday night, late night, Friday, we'll do it normal for Friday night. And then Saturday is our community night for DMZ and Warzone. So we'll see what I'm going to do on Saturday for community night. Next week, however, is really going to start getting ready for Season 2 on Wednesday. So look out for Resurgence, look out for new maps or new multiplayer. We look out for co-streams with Jiffy Gaming X. Hey Jimmy, what's up, bud? Did you see this yet? Did you see this? Jimmy. This is the roadmap for Season 2. Fresh off the press at 10 a.m. That is what you're getting. Season 2. No cap. DMZ, Warzone, Resurgence, big W. Multiplayer, small W. And all that good stuff down there on the bottom right. I'm excited for this season. this new season. Hopefully you guys are too. I'm excited to play. 7 days from now, we're gonna be dropping in into Ashika Island. Oh wait, excuse me, Ashika Island over there, bottom top left. I'm excited, you know. I cannot wait to drop in to Ashika. So, fun fact before we wrap this up. Ashika Island, when translated according to a few people, is called Sea Lion. If you translate Ashika, so basically you're playing on Sea Island Island, Sea Lion Island, SLI. Okay, we gotta have some fun there. So there's a lot of things to look forward to next week. I hope you guys are ready because the countdown to season 2 has officially begun. 7 days, one new season. You ready? Drop in season 2. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm ready. I am so ready. My water is ready. My phone is ready. And my controller is ready. Oh yes, my controller is ready. I'm ready to drop into DMZ in about a few hours from now. 2 hours. I'll see you guys, DMZ, at 5:30 p.m. We gotta have some fun. Don't forget to hit that like and share and subscribe as we prepare for other good stuff on the channel. We'll see you guys 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Enjoy. Thank you. Live life to the fullest. 5:30.